to 60 run here. Little spin. I'm not a one or the other type of person, pretty much about anything. So what is up, guys? Welcome to the next installment of Between Gears. If you're new here, this channel is my attempt to do POV car review channels that may not hear about a car on day one journalism, I guess. This is also my personal 2025 Tesla Model 3. I've had it for about 10 months, and so I'm going to try to give you guys a couple unique things, a couple, those hard to put into words things that are the reasons why Tesla owners like their cars. Because, even if you don't understand them or don't like them, they're one of the best selling cars in the world, and people like them for a reason. So I'm actually about to sell this car, so that's kind of another story. I'll have a follow-up video on that, but it's not because I don't like it. I do like it, just ready to move on to something else. Yes, someone dinged me right there. Not sure if it was intentional, because sentry mode kind of takes up a lot of battery. So let's get to it. Point number one about Teslas and why people love them, maybe over some other cars, is because they do not take themselves too seriously as a brand. I mean, people say electric cars are not fun, and I just really don't think that is true. They're not fun in traditional ways that you might think of with a sports car, but I don't think of this car as my sports car because I have a Corvette for my sports car. I think of this as just basically the world's best daily driver, essentially. It is fun, and it makes your day-to-day commute so much fun in little ways. There's a lot of little fun sounds. You can customize the lock sounds. You can do things like change the lights. There's light shows. There's all types of fun things that you can do that just kind of make you smile. And they just don't take themselves very seriously when other manufacturers, I think, kind of do, I guess. And you might like that, you might not like that, but I do think that just element of not taking yourself too seriously is definitely a Tesla thing. And so if you are into that, then it'll be a good time for you. I mean, my kid loves this car. He likes to make all the funny noises and do all the fun stuff with, and things like when you charge, you can watch Netflix, and just the general customization of this car is crazy. Like, the app integration is world class. There's no car that integrates its app as well as Tesla does. I mean, I can on a hot day I can go in, on a cold day I can go in and I can fully customize each seat's heater and the level, including the back seats. And these are just kind of like fun things. Like, they genuinely are fun. They make the day driving experience fun. And of course, things like Mars mode and Santa mode. I mean, I don't know if that's your thing, but number two is they offer compelling value compared to other cars. And back in the day, there might have been build quality issues, other things like that, but that's pretty much been resolved. I mean, especially from Highland on. I've had this car for 10,000 miles. There's not a squeak or a rattle in it. Body panels are good. Like, all those complaints that you might hear are just simply not true. At least with modern, I would say 24 model year and beyond. And you're getting some stuff that you'd have to pay a lot more money for in other vehicles. Yes, the acceleration's pretty good, but I more so mean things like the ride is incredible. Early cars, again, the ride was a little harsh. They have really figured that out, and it's truly comfortable. It's one of the more comfortable cars I've ever had. I feel like you have to pay a lot more money to get a ride that is this comfortable. And of course you can do this too, even though it's a little wet, a little squirrely. Plenty of power. I mean, this is a performance, so that's kind of what you're paying for, right? But back to what I was saying, the ride is crazy. crazy good. And the stereo is nuts. I mean, it's honestly nuts. So again, talking about the value that you get, it is it's the best stock stereo system I've ever heard. It's got two 10-inch subwoofers in the back of it. Like seriously, two 10-inch subwoofers in the trunk, stock. I'm sure there's a car that has that, but I don't know what it is. So, maybe you guys can comment, down below what that is, but, you can let me know what it is. So this Model Y is being crazy next to me. He's like tailgating me. I'm wondering if he wants to race. I don't know. It is a little wet, and I do have 4-wheel drive, so that's good. So yeah, that's point number 2. Value is crazy from that perspective. Number three is this car is literally the best appliance you can get, and I mean that as a genuine compliment. You have other appliances in your life, like your iPhone or your washing machine or whatever, and they just work. Okay, you can just use them and not think about them. And this car has an element of that. Like it doesn't have a ton of soul, but it does have that element of, you can just like get through it. And okay, Model Y did not want this. It's a really good appliance, and you don't have to worry about, there's no mechanical sympathy that you have to have. Like getting in your car, warming it up, even warming up the AC and stuff, like that's just all there. You just do it all remotely. It's ready to go. I have, you can just get in this car, make short trips. You don't have to worry about not getting the engine up to temp or anything like that. I mean, the only mechanical sympathy that, one would really have would be, the tires, I guess, and the brakes. But, that is huge about this car. Like there's 10,000 miles on this, and I haven't done anything, like nothing. Like I've done nothing to maintain the car. I don't have to think about it. I haven't had to do an oil change, obviously. There's no oil. Like, there's nothing to break. Maybe the braking and suspension systems over time. There's nothing to break. There's nothing to leak, except for, your wiper fluid. So, it is the ultimate appliance. As a compliment. Like, if that's what you want, if you want a daily driver and you don't care about, like, the soul of the car, I guess. This I will say, I won't say this car is a soul, but I'll say it's really fun. It is really fun. Saying electric cars are not fun is just bogus. Like, they have all this stuff, right? The car doesn't take itself too seriously. 1, it's a really good value. 2, and it's a really good appliance. Like, it's fun. Like, it's fun to do freaking Santa mode or Tron mode, or have my kid make all the funny fart noises or whatever. Like, it's really fun. It's a little wet here, but we'll do a little 0 to 60 run here. A little spin. Man, it is pretty greasy out here, but still pretty quick once it hooked up. So that's fun too. Does it get old? Yes and no. I would say it's the actual acceleration itself does not get old. But I don't use it that often. Like, it's just kind of a party trick. Having the power day to day is nice. But do I use it that often? Not really. So, anyways, guys, I hope this was helpful. If you're thinking about, purchasing one of these, kind of getting down to the real. There's a lot of stuff you read about online, but the truth is, these are really good cars. It's one of the best daily drivers you can possibly get. One of the favorite things to do in the car community is have a one or the other mindset. And I'll just tell you guys, like, my channel, I'm not a one or the other type of person. Pretty much about anything. So I think you can enjoy multiple things. There we go. That was a little bit more grip there. So I hope this video has helped you out, and kind of deciding, like, maybe you don't hear that stuff on day one journalism, or even if journalists that have the car a couple days, I'm trying to bring a different perspective in that. So please comment below if you thought that I was successful or have any suggestions about that. Appreciate the views and the time.